This morning's royal wedding here in London is a huge event across the globe. Plenty of Americans getting up very early to watch, or maybe just not going to bed at all. While on the other side of the globe, others did stay up late to see it. Just ahead, we're going to see the wedding through their eyes as they watched it, wherever they may have been. We'll also take you to the town of Bucklebury, Kate's hometown, the place where the Middleton family lives, to see how their friends and neighbors spent the morning, how they were celebrating. And I do just want to show you really quickly, this just, someone just brought this up to me. This is the Evening Standard, an afternoon paper here, and there you can see it. The picture is there, sealed with a kiss, two kisses as it were, and just some beautiful pictures inside. Want to bring in now Nancy O'Dell of Entertainment Tonight, who's here covering the royal wedding. And we were just sort of chit-chatting, looking through all of these pictures because it's so much fun to, sort of handicap what everybody wore. I have to ask you first, what did you think of her dress?
Oh, I loved it. We were there when she walked up. We had a bird's eye view, Entertainment Tonight, right across from Westminster Abbey, and so we were one of the first to see her when you saw the dress in full as she got out of the vehicle, and just amazing. It looked gorgeous, and I think the great thing about it, it really says a lot about her personality because it's very classic, very classy, but not overdone. It reminds you a lot of some of the older gowns that we saw, Grace Kelly. And she was just so graceful and poised. There was a moment where it looked like, she appeared to have a little tiny stumble, but she handled everything with poise. She looked at her father and gave her a nice little smile. And when she went inside, the thing that I've loved about covering this is to see their personalities, which I think is very reflective of them as a couple, and seeing William and Harry when they walked into the Abbey and greeting their guests and watching Harry talk to his uncle, Princess Di's brother. And
it seemed like a normal family wedding in many ways, didn't it?
It really did. And I think that the covering, too, watching them come out here, in front of the palace, and, William driving the car, I think that says a lot. I just ran over here from being amongst the masses where I was standing there because they moved over to Clarence House, and they said that possibly William and Harry were going to come out and greet, as well as Kate were possibly going to come out and greet, which I think that everybody believes that now because that's what we've come to learn about.
And and William did that last night. It was really important to him. He wanted to come out, and he spent about 15 to 20 minutes outside with Harry, and they were just, saying hello and thank you. And in many ways, it almost seems like they're approachable.
I think it does. I think it really does. And I think, hearing all the time that they're spending with their friends, and that, some of the people, some of the celebrities that you would think would be up front, were actually behind the screen. So they, even though they watched her walk down the aisle, they actually watched the wedding ceremony on the plasma TV screens, which were in the Abbey, whereas they brought a lot of their friends to the upfront portion of the Abbey.
How different is this for you? Because in many ways, royalty, they're sort of the first and the original celebrities. But yet the way they live their lives and what they do is so different from a lot of the celebrities that we know and tend to look to in the States.
Yeah, it is. I think they're probably what you call the epitome of celebrity, because even to the celebrities, they're celebrities. So when you see all the celebrities attending their wedding and being fascinated, we've talked to a lot of people on the various red carpets at premieres about the impending wedding, and you hear them saying that, they're obsessed with what is going to take place, and everybody wanting to watch and talking about getting up in the middle of the night in the United States and watching. We know that some of the celebrities are doing that, and I have to say, because I've been covering entertainment for so long, I don't get a lot of goosebumps over things now because, we've done it for so many different years. And when those bells on the Abbey rang for the very first time, signaling that the procession was about to start, this event that we've been waiting to watch for so long since they announced their engagement, I got goosebumps up and down my arms.
And it was really hard it was hard in many ways not to get swept up in the moment of this. And it's kind of nice to be able to do that. It's such a joyous occasion. People need something happy to focus on.
I think so too, and I'm so glad that it went off so smoothly. It just seemed to go without a hitch. There was nothing that disrupted the wedding.
No.
We heard all these different rumors of things that may happen, and it just seemed that everything went so smoothly, and that was really nice to see. And you'll see the excitement because on entertainment we had cameras everywhere. We're talking about covering celebrities and stuff. We've had the most resources that we have ever had in covering an event was this wedding, which you'll see all of them tonight on ET.
I was going to say, you're going to have all of that. You actually have a huge special that you're gearing up for. So you'll have all of the angles covered. What are some of the things, though, that we will be seeing tonight?
Well, of course, you're going to hear a lot about the fashion because her wedding gown was probably the most talked about thing and probably the best kept secret, right?
The best kept secret. And the guests had some interesting fashion choices as well. Some great, some made you scratch your head a little bit.
And, we always have to do the best and the worst of the fashion, even at a royal wedding. So you're going to see see that tonight on ET. You're also going to see the behind-the-scenes stuff. You're going to see us as the crowd is reacting. And one thing that I did for that kiss that you just showed in the paper is I wanted to be amongst the masses. So we had our position where we had a great shot of the kiss, with the camera, but we also took one down into the crowds. And I may have been a little bit crazy for wanting to do that, but the reaction and what you're going to see tonight on ET is so much fun because the crowds are going crazy. They're all holding up those little periscopes to try and see it because it was, tens of thousands of people that were out there on the plaza. I think it took us literally to cross from one area to the next. Literally took me about an hour once we were done shooting the kiss.
Well, you could have done what some people did. They just hopped in the fountain and waded across in that cold water. Maybe next time. Nancy, such a treat to have you here. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, thanks so much for having me on.
And we'll look for all the coverage, including that shot in the crowd as the kiss happens.
It was a lot of fun,
ET.
I have to say.
Thanks again.
Thanks.